In this video, I will give you my verdict along with what I consider to be the main pros and cons of the Quip Smart electric toothbrush. Hey, it's John here from electricteeth. We assist you in selecting the right dental care products and understanding common dental health care topics. Just before I give you my verdict on the Quip Smart toothbrush, I want you to know that as not, or if not more important than the toothbrush itself, is how long and how often you brush for and your toothbrushing technique. Linked in the top right corner is our guide to taking care of your teeth. It includes all of the important things you need to know. And if you want to make your oral care more sustainable, there's a link in the description for that too. So then to my overall verdict and the pros and cons of the Quip Smart toothbrush. The Quip Smart electric toothbrush is a very likeable product, primarily due to the design and practicality that it offers. I like the principle behind it too. The smart features certainly give an extra insight, and the presence of rewards does motivate you and me to achieve better standards of brushing. The execution of the app is better than I'd anticipated. As per the original Quip toothbrush, the brushing power remains weaker in comparison to a traditional electric toothbrush, which is disappointing for many. It is more of a crossover between a manual and an electric brush. For those serious about tracking their brushing habits and getting great results, the Hum by Colgate is a better option. So there is a full written review that accompanies this video. Click the link in the description or the top right corner to view that. So let's take a look at the pros of the Quip Smart. And we have to start with the slim, lightweight handle. I mean, it is a lovely designed handle. Here in the metal colour option, it's a really premium feeling brush. You can get it in plastic too. And I do have the copper handled here. This is not typically available in the Smart option, but I put the Smart motor in it. Typically, the Smart is either available in black or white colour options. But it's really well designed. It's smooth to the touch. It's not as grippy as some brush handles, but I really like what Quip have done here. They've done an excellent job. Another pro is the one cleaning mode. Nice and simple, not complicated. Switch the brush on by the power button on the base of the brush head here and clean your teeth. It's really quite simple. You don't need lots of different cleaning modes to brush your teeth effectively. So one mode, nice and simple. I like the fact it's got a built-in timer and pacer. That's the essential features I like to see in an electric toothbrush. That's present here with the Quip Smart toothbrush. And then in addition, it also has the automatic power off at the end of the cleaning cycle, so you know your cleaning is over. It does too have removable batteries. Now that's going to be a pro or a con depending on your stance, but it's powered by one AAA battery, which is inside the brush handle. You remove the brush head, pull out the motor, and then pop the battery in. There's very little chance of it getting water ingression due to the design of the brush handle there. So it's a real convenient option because if you do travel frequently and you're away from power sources, you've got a battery there that should last you on average 3+ months. So another pro has to be the smart features. Of course, this is a key selling point of this brush. I've been fairly impressed with the way that it works. The app is pretty neat. I particularly like the rewards feature to the app. You should be brushing your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes anyway, but you're actually getting a financial reward for doing so. So those rewards do equal money off. You can spend it in Target or at the Quip store. So over the life of the toothbrush, you can actually save money by just syncing up to the app. It does provide useful information in the app as for how long you've been brushing for, the intensity and your overall coverage. So it was better than I'd anticipated, and overall it's pretty good. Another big positive with the Quip is this travel case. So it's a multi-purpose case. It ends up as a mount and a travel case. There's a sticky pad on the back where you can attach this to a flat surface like a tiled wall or mirror, and you can use it to mount the toothbrush off of a countertop, but you can also pop it over the top, protect the brush head and the bristles. It's got ventilation in there and it protects it from any damage in transit. It's a really nice feature and something that Quip have thought out well. The subscription service available with Quip toothbrushes is a real appeal as well. If you forget to replace your brush head regularly, then this is a positive for you. Brush heads delivered frequently to your door just when you need them, including a replacement battery for the toothbrush as well. You can also get a number of different accessories such as toothpaste and floss as well, and there are cost savings to be had the more that you actually subscribe to. There's a degree of flexibility in the plans. You can cancel and pause at any time, and if you remain subscribed, you also extend the warranty available from the Quip Smart. So you don't have to subscribe, but the option is there if you want to. And then the last real main pro is this has been approved by the American Dental Association. Most toothbrushes will clean the teeth well, but it's nice to know there's that extra seal of confidence given by the ADA for the Quip Smart toothbrush. So then to the cons with the Quip Smart. And the first and major con is the cleaning performance. And this is something that existed on the original Quip as well as the Smart. For me, it's just not good enough in comparison to a traditional electric toothbrush. It's okay if you understand the expectations. This is an electric toothbrush and it provides 15,000 vibrations per minute, but it's by no means as powerful as an Oral-B or Sonicare electric toothbrush. So many people will be underwhelmed by the cleaning performance, and you have to use this much more like a manual toothbrush than you would an electric. It's a bit of a crossover, so as long as you're aware of that, this can still provide more than satisfactory levels of cleaning. It's just not as intense or as powerful as the likes of Oral-B and Sonicare, so it's something to be aware of, and I think many people are led to believe that this is perhaps better than it actually is. It can still provide a good level of clean, but it just hasn't got that power and intensity. So another negative is the lack of battery status icon or feedback. Because this is powered by a removable AAA battery, you've got no information on the front of the brush handle here to let you know how much power remains. The battery should last in excess of 3 months, and if you subscribe, you'll get a new battery delivered every 3 months with the replacement brush head, so it makes sense just to pop in a new battery at that time. But if you use it more frequently, you may find the battery dies sooner, but you're just not going to know when that's going to be. You'll just hear the toothbrush slow down and eventually stop when the power is low. But typically, for most users, you're going to get way past 3 months from this battery life. So another negative is there is no pressure sensor, and by no means is this a deal breaker, but for new electric toothbrush users, all too often they're brushing their teeth with too much force. You don't want to do that. Now some toothbrushes will alert you, the Quip doesn't. Just remember the bristles sort of only really need to skim the surface of the teeth. Scrubbing the teeth doesn't necessarily equal a better clean. So another con is the smart features. Now don't get me wrong, I've been very impressed with the smart features that this actually offers, but for some they may be a little bit disappointed. This doesn't provide the real-time brushing feedback like Hum by Colgate does, or premium Oral-B or Sonicare toothbrushes. Now you may not expect that for the price, but you just need to be aware that this won't actually show you specifically which teeth you have and haven't brushed. And it doesn't give you real-time feedback as you brush. The toothbrush and the app sync after brushing, and you get data like how long you've brushed for, how good your overall coverage was on both the top and bottom arch, but it's not looking at more specifics to say, for example, that you didn't brush your back teeth very well, or you could have done better brushing your front teeth. It's a little bit more generalized than that. And I think there's also more scope in the app in terms of giving more education, more feedback, and the way that it charts and presents the data. Overall, it's good, but there are things to be aware of there in terms of where it is different to some other smart toothbrushes. And I don't want you to be under the illusion that this is going to give you some form of real-time feedback and tell you precisely where you have and haven't brushed, because it simply won't. And then the last con is the subscription. Now this really depends on your viewpoint, but for some this may not be as a convenient option. You may want more flexibility to make one-off purchases. The toothbrush does become slightly less affordable if you're not subscribed, but you do have the benefit of being able to subscribe and unsubscribe as and when you please. But because Quip is centered around a subscription system, just be aware that it's probably going to work out slightly more expensive if you don't subscribe to get those replacement brush heads and things like that. So that concludes my review of the Quip Smart electric toothbrush. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you found this video useful and it's allowed you to get a better understanding of whether the Quip Smart is the toothbrush for you. Click here to subscribe, and for more tips on taking care of your oral health, watch this video.